ASAP Dental Care is the official dentist of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and clinical director Yeva Cueto is on our show again. It's great to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love the little logo on your uniform
go Jags.
too. Very cute. All right, so in March, we're going to be observing World Oral Health Day. So let's discuss why oral health is so important.
Yeah, so oral health is overall health. So you can't think of our total health without also thinking about the mouth. They're not two disconnected things. So the mouth is the gateway to your respiratory system, to your GI system, and it's linked to a lot of diseases in the body as well.
And I've learned that on our show, which before we were on this show, I don't think I had ever heard that before, so I'm glad we're talking about it because I'm sure there's people at home who don't necessarily think that is linked. But before we move on to, you wanted to give a shout out? Yeah,
it's actually Dental Assistant Appreciation Week, so I just wanted to say thank you to all of our dental assistants. You guys are awesome. I can't mention everyone, but those that work with me at ASAP Atlantic Dental Care, Brianna, Presley, and Brianne, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all that you do.
Oh, I appreciate you saying that as well. That's very sweet.
Thanks.
All right, so what diseases then, since you mentioned that, are linked to oral health?
Yeah, so when we talk about oral health diseases themselves, it's a whole laundry list of diseases, but the most prevalent ones are dental cavities, periodontal disease or gum disease, and oral cancer. But what people don't know, like you had mentioned, is that cardiovascular disease, respiratory diseases.
I would never have thought they were linked.
Yeah, even Alzheimer's. There's a lot of research coming out with Alzheimer's and periodontal disease.
Wow.
Yeah, all have links to your bacteria in your mouth. So keeping your mouth healthy is very important to that. And also people with underlying conditions like diabetes, HIV and AIDS, people with dry mouth conditions, they have more dental needs, so they need to see their dentist more frequently and just be under the care of a dentist.
So what's the best way to prevent any of this? Because it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, prevention is key. And what's really great is that everything we're talking about is a preventable disease. So step one, see your dentist regularly, at least 2 times a year, sometimes even more frequently. This is our opportunity to teach you about prevention. It's also our opportunity to catch diseases early so we can make sure they're small problems, not big problems. Of course, brushing and flossing, you need to do that, daily, multiple times a day.
I'm gonna get better at flossing, I'll admit.
Yeah, and the thing is that people may put the time into brushing and flossing, but are they doing it properly? So talk to your hygienist about technique, because it's not something that we're necessarily taught about, but go on YouTube, learn how to do it properly, invest in a good power toothbrush, one that has a pressure indicator, because some people brush too hard. Yeah, and then they create damage to their teeth. I didn't know that they
could have the pressure indicators.
Yeah, so it'll turn red if you're brushing too hard.
So I need to get one for my husband.
Yeah.
His is always frayed, the brush.
Yeah, so you know that's a problem.
And then let me ask you this. There's a link also, oral health and pregnancy. Touch on that.
Yeah, so pregnant women have special oral health needs because they're more susceptible to different oral conditions just because of all the hormones in your body change. And they need to be seen by the dentist very frequently as well. Some people think, I'm pregnant, I need to avoid going to the dentist because of x-rays and things like that, but it's actually more important that you come in. Periodontal disease is actually linked to low birth weight, for example. So there's this big connection for pregnant women as well.
So smart, well, so important. I was glad that for you to mention it. I'm glad we're talking about that because that was something that I didn't think about either. So how can people find you if they're like, I need a dentist, I'm overdue?
You can go to asapdentalcare.com and find us on our website.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I know how important it is, and you mentioned the dental assistants. My mom used to be a dental assistant.
Oh, awesome.
So I know how important it is too, but I know it's also a good reminder because
such a hard job, and we appreciate that.
So thank you for what you do as well.
Thank you.